Picture this, a 7-time world champion steps into a Ferrari for the first time at Monza, carrying a 5-place grid penalty and still leaves the entire paddock speechless. According to a report in the Monza GP press release, Lewis Hamilton's first laps in the SF25 didn't just set the timing screens on fire. They rewrote Ferrari's season. But here's the kicker, what Hamilton did in just one practice session has engineers questioning everything they thought they knew about their car. Stick around, because the data tells a story that could change the championship fight. Ferrari's 2024 season has been a roller coaster of frustration. The SF25, plagued by inconsistency, has struggled to keep pace with Red Bull and McLaren. Let's break it down with 3 glaring examples from the Monza GP press release. First, at Zandvoort, just 2 weeks before Monza, Ferrari's rear tire degradation was a nightmare. The car chewed through rubber after 5 laps, leaving drivers like Charles Leclerc scrambling for grip. Second, in Hungary, the SF25's balance issues were exposed. Mid-corner stability was so poor that drivers had to nurse the car through high-speed sections, like Turn 4, costing them seconds. Third, at Spa, Ferrari's straight-line speed lagged behind McLaren by 4 km/h, a gap that made overtaking a distant dream. These weren't one-off problems, they were patterns that defined Ferrari's season. The Monza GP press release notes that the SF25's weak spot, Variante della Raggia, consistently robbed the team of pace due to its twitchy rear end. Engineers were stuck in a cycle of damage control, with no driver able to unlock the car's full potential. That is, until Lewis Hamilton arrived. So, what changed at Monza? At first, it seemed simple. Hamilton, a 7-time champion, was just doing what champions do. According to the Monza GP press release, he topped free practice 1 with a lap that wasn't just fast, it was definitively the fastest. His first-time lap on medium tires was within striking distance of the session's best, with no hesitation or corrections through Raggia, a corner where Ferrari had struggled all year. Engineers thought, okay, he's adapting quickly. He's Lewis Hamilton, but then the data poured in, and the story got messier. Hamilton wasn't just quick, he was carrying 3 to 4 km/h more mid-corner speed through Raggia than anyone had managed in 2024, a senior Ferrari engineer, quoted in the press release, said, "It feels like we're watching a different car." This wasn't just talent. It was as if Hamilton had cracked a code Ferrari's own drivers couldn't find. But here's where it gets complicated. The press release reveals that Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's homegrown star, admitted Hamilton found something in sectors 2 and 3, particularly Lesmo and Ascari, that he couldn't match. If Leclerc, at his home Grand Prix, was being outpaced, was this about Hamilton's skill? Or had Ferrari's car been hiding untapped potential all along? The real question is, why now? Why could Hamilton unlock this pace when Ferrari's engineers had spent months tweaking setups to no avail? The press release hints at a partial answer: Hamilton's approach. While Leclerc pushed for single-lap speed, Hamilton's soft tire run in FP1 was methodical. His Sector 1 was solid, but not purple, saving his tires for a flawless Sector 2. Through Lesmo and Ascari, he carved lines so precise they drew gas from the garage. This wasn't a one-off, it was a sign of something deeper. The most revealing part comes from free practice 2, according to the Monza GP press release. While rivals like Max Verstappen and Lando Norris chased qualifying pace, Hamilton loaded the SF25 with race-level fuel for a 10-lap simulation on medium tires. The results? Staggering. His lap time stayed within 0.2 lap to lap, a consistency Ferrari hadn't seen all season. The press release highlights Ferrari's biggest weakness: rear tire degradation and unpredictable balance shifts after 5 or 6 laps. Yet Hamilton's stint was machine-like lap 3, lap 5, lap 8, each mirroring the last. But there's more to this story. The press release notes that Ferrari's new ultra-low drag rear wing gave Hamilton's car a top speed of 348 km/h down the main straight, 2 to 3 km/h faster than Verstappen's Red Bull and matching McLaren. Crucially, he didn't sacrifice cornering stability. His exits from Lesmo to hit 146 km/h consistently, a number Ferrari's engineers double-checked in disbelief. This wasn't just Hamilton driving well, it was Hamilton exposing that the SF25, when driven with his precision, could be a championship contender. The most telling detail: Leclerc's reaction. The press release quotes him admitting Hamilton's pace in sectors 2 and 3 was unmatched. For Leclerc to say this at Monza, Ferrari's cathedral of speed, signals a seismic shift. Hamilton wasn't just outperforming his teammate. He was rewriting Ferrari's understanding of their car. Engineers, per the press release, shifted from fixing balance issues to discussing race strategies, tire offsets, pit windows, and how to leverage Hamilton's consistency. The data tells a different story. Ferrari might have had a winning car all along, but it took Hamilton to unlock it. What does this mean for Ferrari's championship fight? The evidence points to a turning point. The Monza GP press release shows Hamilton's long-run pace could solve Ferrari's season-long struggle, with tire wear potentially allowing them to dictate race strategy rather than react to rivals. His straight-line speed, combined with cornering stability, positions Ferrari to challenge at high-speed tracks like Singapore, Las Vegas, and Abu Dhabi if Hamilton maintains this form. Ferrari's title hopes once a long shot could become reality. The timing is significant because Hamilton's 5-place grid penalty from Zandvoort, noted in the press release, was supposed to be a setback. Yet his FP2 data suggests he can cut through the field with calculated overtakes, not risky moves. This trend is becoming hard to ignore. Hamilton's not fighting for pole. He's preparing for a Sunday masterclass. Upcoming races will be critical. Singapore's tight corners will test the SF25's balance, while Las Vegas's straights will play to Ferrari's newfound speed. If Hamilton can replicate Monza's consistency, Ferrari could control these races, not just compete in them. The stakes are higher than ever for Ferrari's home Grand Prix. The press release describes the Tifosi's electric response banners reading Benvenuto a casa, Lewis and roars for every purple sector. A win at Monza, Ferrari's first since 2019, would be more than a victory. It would be a statement that Ferrari is back in the fight. But the dynamic with Leclerc adds intrigue. His concession about Hamilton's pace hints at a team in transition, with Hamilton's veteran savvy challenging Leclerc's raw speed. This could define Ferrari's season. Can they unite behind Hamilton's newfound edge? Or will internal tension simmer? The details paint a picture, but questions remain. How did Hamilton find this pace so quickly? The press release doesn't say whether it's his driving style, setup tweaks, or an unexploited strength in the SF5. What's clear is that his approach methodical, precise. Race focus differs from Leclerc's. Will Ferrari adjust their strategy to lean into Hamilton's strengths? Or will they balance both driver styles? And what about the penalty? The press release suggests Hamilton's long-run pace could negate it. But can he really slice through a competitive field at Monza? The most revealing part comes this Sunday. Watch for Hamilton's tire management. Can he maintain that 2/10 consistency over a full race distance? Keep an eye on Leclerc, too. Will he match Hamilton's pace or push for single-lap glory? And don't miss Ferrari's strategy calls. Will they finally ditch their risky gambles for a plan built on Hamilton's data? All signs point to a Monza Grand Prix that could redefine Ferrari's season. Can Hamilton deliver their first home win in years, penalty or no penalty? Drop your predictions in the comments. What do you think Hamilton's found in the SF25? And can he turn it into a victory? Hit that subscribe button and let's keep this conversation going.